And welcome back. Okay, so let's fight these two caravans at the same time because I think that will be a bit funny to do so. I don't really need the loot, but the XP will come in handy. Let's see if they actually rush us. Also, I should have probably brought the gun instead of the crossbow, but won't make that much of a difference, I guess. So we have over 40 caravan hands to annihilate here. And while this will be easy, at least I think it will be easy, there is one difficulty in this fight, which is that they all have higher initiative than we do. And do they have overwhelm as well? Don't see it in this list, but we'll see. So they might not actually be as much of a pushover as I first surmised, but we'll see. Their equipment is horrible compared to ours, but if they get overwhelm and onslaught, though I don't see them in this list, so maybe they don't. But if they get those, then we might actually be in for a little more than we bargained. But yeah, I don't really foresee this being any problem, even with 40 of them. Especially when they're so passive until we engage. Yeah, I think we've raided one caravan this entire noble war. I would do it more if I knew for certain that I could get gems by doing it, but it kinda doesn't make sense for there to be gems because we know there's only one city in the whole map that has gems, so why would these caravans from the north have gems? I mean, it might work that way, but I would imagine it doesn't. Okay. Oh, that's only 41%. Maybe I should go for this one or something. That's 87. Okay. So yeah, gun would be good here. This is an AoE fight if I've ever seen one. Right now they've been triggered. They do have feint, which means they will be able to hit us. Let's rotate Navar closer. Both of us are playing the waiting game. Let's turn the combat speed up a little bit. This spear wall is quite likely to hit us, actually. Let's see. Don't have a good spot to take, so let's see what the percentage is. Okay, 29 and it missed. In Battle Brothers percentages, 29 is actually quite high. At least if that's for the enemies. Okay, having adrenaline on someone with a weapon like this would be quite nice in a fight like this, because we could use adrenaline and then use the AoE attack before they can do anything. But that is not the case. Okay, so if this guy has spear mastery, this spear wall is still active. So let's move to... Actually, let's stay where we are. That was 79. Yeah, they have spear mastery. Did use adrenaline here, but if I move and attack and get a kill, that berserk cannot be used to attack again. So let's just wait instead. Okay, they don't have overwhelm. Sometimes this list of perks that you can see while you hover over them doesn't give you the complete perk list because it's just so long or something. So yeah, this will be easy. They're also, I think, quite easy to break. Right. Yeah, okay. So forget that little speech I gave at the beginning of this fight. This is remarkably easy. See how much experience we get from this. There are so many enemies. Also a bit curious about the loot. Not usually raid caravans, so... Wonder if this counts for the noble war actually, because it's a hostile caravan. So when we have the ambition to end the noble war, if we take out these caravans, does that actually count towards it? Even when they don't have noble troops. Yeah, I wouldn't have fought these caravan hands if we couldn't get 2 caravans at once. Because at this stage in the game it's really unnecessary to do so. Don't really have anything insightful to say here. Just waiting for them to die so we can move on. Oh, you ran out of stamina, huh? So this might be a problem in the Black Monolith fight, if this keeps happening. We do have rotations though, and if they get next to Thorolf, it won't be a problem. Oh well. It is what it is. Okay, get pushed back there. That won't save you. Why did I inspire Thorolf? Ah well, doesn't really matter if I waste an inspire here. Okay. No, we'll let this guy go. It's over. Alright, so experience-wise, it was kind of worth it with experience. So Navar gains almost 600 experience, for example. Leif gets a level up. And the loot is mostly food, which is completely useless for us. The caravan guard loot actually is better than what the caravan itself was carrying here. You can always salvage this equipment for tools, if nothing else. So why am I clicking on everything when I could just take it all? Anyway, Leif, level 19, gets a perk. So that does help us in the Black Monolith. The more perks we have, the better off we are. So rotation could be good. Crippling strikes for plus 10% damage against undead could be good. Probably want some survivability. Could even... or no, maybe this perfect fit doesn't actually work. We could check, of course. Then again, we don't really need more help with fatigue when a bash costs 7. Double strike would be probably maybe even better than crippling strikes for damage, but I think we'll just take rotation because it can be used both offensively and defensively. So Leif at level 19 finally gets rotation. Okay, let's actually repair for a little bit. Repair some of this more valuable loot we got. And also start to salvage the rest. So the less you get from selling the loot, the more valuable salvaging it becomes. And also it clears out inventory space for you since you can't carry infinite things. Okay, something like that. Let's camp for a little bit. Ambition fulfilled. Okay, the noble war is over. So that might have been the tipping point for that. At the behest of House Dimmer, the Sorrow confronted the armored ranks of the other houses. Well, we did one battle and fought like 3 caravans. A seemingly insurmountable challenge. Okay, there's a little bit of exaggeration going on there, but I guess we'll take it. It was a hard-fought struggle against opponents trained, disciplined, and well-equipped. Don't know about that. But in the end, you overcame the enemies of House Dimmer and triumphed on its behalf. During the celebrations that follow, Sir Weatherspoon, one of the lesser members of House Dimmer, suggests that you end the festivities early. Your men are getting too rowdy, and he is concerned they may take advantage of his family's hospitality, walking off with the silver plate or fighting with the staff. He notes that there has already been a broken window and points towards some broken glass on the floor. You reply that although House Dimmer was victorious, it is also at this point much weaker and more vulnerable than ever. Now would be a foolish time to alienate friends or to make new enemies. He takes your advice to heart, and the celebration continues until dawn. All right. So we no longer have a hostile noble faction. You're in your tent when Nevar makes an entrance. She speaks bluntly. Nobles be talking. Big fancy tent set up yonder, and they're in there. Putting your quill pen down, you respond. Just talking? The mercenary shrugs. It's quiet, so they're either talking or killing one another real quiet-like. You get up and step outside. A brisk air hits you, and on it is the scent of spices and flavors. Looking upwind, you spot the tent. Cooks and chefs are hurrying about with orders of food and other makings. Servants carry platters of meats, vegetables, and fruits. An opulent tent, black with gold embroidering, houses the nobles. Bannermen stand outside. They take no part in the festivities. They're mostly playing cards while occasionally glancing at one another. Some men bandaged with blood-splotched linens. Some are. One man stands on crutches with a haggard, half-cocked knee. You ask neighbor what the news is. She nods toward the scene. Well, they rolled up about an hour ago while you were checking the maps. We didn't want to bother you, but, well, they seemed intent on staying, so, you know. You get a good look at the noble tent. Through its opening, you can see the faint glisten of crowned heads passing back and forth. Nevar spits and asks, well, who do you think won the war? Okay, it wasn't us. You hawk a loogie, spit and shake your head. Who gives a shite? All that matters to you is that peace means fewer contracts. Perhaps now would be a good time to put up the sword and enjoy your crowns. Or maybe say to hell with all that sentimental crap and just keep pressing forward, leading the company to even greater things. Okay, so we are not going to end the run here, as our goal is to take down the Black Monolith. So the Sorrow needs their commander. Okay, so new ambition. Doesn't really matter what we take here. We could take on this goblin ambition and probably never fulfill it. We're definitely not going to get 3 archers. We could, in theory, get 2 men with the hammer mastery because we only need 1 more. Let's take the goblin ambition. Okay, another event. Raymonda, the witch hunter, comes to you with a vial of unknown liquid. Anti-poison, she explains. She pops the cork off and gives you a smell. There's a strong scent of piss. She nods. Aye, it's wretched, but you need the wretched to fight the wretched, and the goblin's poison is a real wretched matter to contend with. But this will help. Okay, so we lost Jagged Fangs and gain an antidote. Not really that useful, but okay. Whatever. Let's continue. So let's try to find like a huge barbarian camp to take down. Unless we find like a very good caravan to somewhere that is a caravan that is either 3 skulls or is to a citadel with a weaponsmith and an armorer, so we can spend our crowns. Guess we'll first check for the barbarians. Would be nice to fight like an actual challenging fight for once. So head to Finsterstad. Okay, let's see what our selling price here is. It is horrible, absolutely horrible. We will not be selling here. Let's just check. This is to Krumhorn. Krumhorn doesn't... Well, Krumhorn does have like... I think Krumhorn has a black market, but we'll ignore that for now. Let's see if we can find barbarians. Okay, easy undead lair, we'll just leave it be. Quite easy ancient dead mass grave. We shall leave that be as well. Another one, this one has a champion. So I probably should destroy it because it has a champion, but I really want to fight something challenging. At least in theory. You stare up at the forest canopy, watching what angles the light beams are coming in at. While getting your bearings, Blanca comes by looking rather distraught. Sir, you ought to come see this. You nod and tell her to lead the way. She brings you to a clearing, though not much about it is clear. Legs everywhere. Some severed at the ankle, some at the thigh, and everywhere else in between. They've no place, no order. They're just about. Some by themselves and others all twisted up in bunches. Some planted upright with sticks like they were walking jokes, and a few even seem to have been thrown into the trees, where they rest limply over branches or upside down by their feet. One hangs from a spit, the calf burned black as though someone had run off, leaving it there over a fire that had long since died. The brother that found the disgusting sight comes to stand next to you. No bodies, sir, just legs. You turn to look at the mercenary, but all she can do is shrug. We've not found a single body, sir. I mean, the top half, anyway. Do you think it means anything? I mean, who would do that? Remove someone's legs and then take off with the rest. You shake your head in disbelief. Having seen enough and having no answers for such questions, you quickly usher the rest of the men away from the clearing and get back to marching. Okay, so here we have a barbarian camp. Sadly, it is not difficult, but there is a champion. I guess we could destroy that. Anyway. I mean, it will be an easy fight, but whatever. Would like to get some people to level 15 or 19 for the perk. So... could have used the same logic for the undead camp we saw with the champion, but... fighting barbarians is more fun. Even when it's easy, fighting barbarians is more fun. Okay, we miss a 95 there. So the one good thing about easy fights is that they're generally fast. So this shouldn't take too long. Also, I think since Legends and the legendary difficulty has buffed so many enemies, in comparison these Chosen are no longer even nearly as threatening as they are in vanilla, because the other enemies are just comparably tough. I remember when these Unholds had muscularity on legendary difficulty, they did huge amounts of damage. Kind of ridiculous. And yeah, I'm kinda glad that they don't have it anymore. Okay, let's tank this Unhold with Indomitable. So we might not be able to find an actual difficult barbarian camp in this run. This is a little bit disappointing. I mean, even the most difficult barbarian camp probably wouldn't pose too much of a challenge for us at this point. Raimonda the machine gun. Okay, might as well go for the unhold. Or will we? I mean, whatever. Let's use destroy armor for once. Since unholds actually have... Okay, that's a headshot. Bit annoying. Okay. Goodbye. So yeah, like I've been saying quite a few times already, at least lately, we might be overdoing our preparations for the Black Monolith, but it's still better to be over-prepared than under-prepared. Right, die, die. Okay. Okay, we get Sir Crane's Stetchhelm, which can be used for nimble or lithe, I guess. We'll see. We'll see if it's actually usable. I mean, it probably is, but we're still level 14, Adelinde. Where is it? Over here. Okay, so probably for a nimble. Keep forgetting who's nimble and who's not. Janold is nimble. Okay, not for Janold. Not for Landina. Not for Leif. Nicholas, yeah, maybe. Yeah, sure. This can go to Nicholas then. So a slight upgrade there for armor. Otherwise, we didn't get anything. There might be a big camp here, we'll see. It is possible. Let's wait for dawn again. Nope, that's a small camp. Let's check this area still before we do whatever else we're going to do. Crafted the feeding rune. Where is it? Over here. Okay. That's a pretty good feeding rune. I think I had a weapon in mind for it. Yeah, okay, it's Avon's Exquisite Mauler. Probably. Sure. So he can use Batter twice in one round. And can also be inspired sometimes, we'll see. Sure, okay. I'll leave this camp be. I'll leave these barbarians be as well. Too easy. Too easy to bother with. Okay, run in a different direction, please. So Winsel matter here, so we might... This is an easy camp, but we might destroy it because we can craft the... what is it called? Well, the Banshee Amulet or something. It's not as good for us as it usually is, because I think it gives like 10 initiative. Or something like that, and no one here is using initiative. But yeah, let's craft one of those, so take this out. I'm going to turn the combat speed up to the maximum for this. And let's just move forward. Because this will be so easy. We'll take a little bit of damage to the armor. Because we are playing a bit recklessly, but it won't matter. Famous last words. So there are a few necromancers here. It will only make this fight last longer. It doesn't really pose a threat. So a possessed fallen hero can do some damage, but at this point I don't think we are in any danger at all. And also these Winsel Matters can do that, which is annoying. Might as well try to snipe a Necro. Keep missing 95s, not that it matters. Another 95 there. Should probably use this 4 times speed for a lot more fights, especially when it's so easy at the moment. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Wasted action points there, whatever. Oh, what? I can't target this Geist. Or this Winselmatter. Okay, that's a weird bug. Very weird bug. So I can't do anything. And now I can target this Geist, okay. Alright, 5 more. Three more. 2 more. One more. And there we go. Okay, Janold gets a level. We find a bunch of garbage. But let's see if we can craft that amulet now. Yeah, demonic banshee trophy. So plus 10 initiative, plus 2 fatigue recovery rate. It's a very nice amulet. Would be nicer if we actually had someone who needs initiative. Don't think we want this bone plating. We have more to salvage. Yes, we do. Let's well salvage those. And that. Okay, so we'll check this area. Margareta hells you down and says that there's something you should come take a look at. Surely something that's out in all this ice and nothingness is worth seeing. The sellsword brings you to a cavernous hole in the ground. She lights a torch and steps into and you follow. Okay, it would be nice if either this text used the correct pronouns, or at least I got people who were actually male when the text keeps referring to them as a he. But anyway, there at the bottom you find a few more of your men. They're standing around what looks like a sarcophagus made of ice, except there's no lid. A frozen blackness cakes the edges of the container. In the corner of the room is an icy corpse stuck to the wall. His hands are at his sides and icicles of blood run from his wrists. Adjacent to it is a pair of clothes hanging from ice hooks, but there is no body attached. A trail of blood leads from the clothes to the other man, then back out the cave. I don't know what to make of this, sir, one mercenary says. You ask the men if they've seen anything in their scouting, and you mean damn near anything. But they all shake their heads no. If something was in that box, then it is surely out now. You tell the men to get on out of the cave and back to the camp. And keep your wits about you. Okay. So, let's break camp once we've completed crafting here. Okay. So, Demonic Banshee Trophy. Also, Yanold level 16. Oops. So, who needs fatigue the most? Who keeps running out? Might be Raymonda actually, but... Maybe Raymonda. Maybe Torolf actually. Yeah, that would help Torolf. Let's give it to Torolf, I guess. And now we have this Nacho Trophy. Let's give it to Janold. And off we go. Let's stop by at Vikeholm. See if there's anything worth buying here. Okay, this is pretty good, this noble tunic. I guess I'll buy it. So for nimble builds... we'll need to do some armor rearrangement to make proper use of it, so it's slightly better than this one, for example, because this one has no weight. So sure, probably it's -7, -6. Let's see if we can make Janold's armor a bit heavier. -6, -6. So this first layer could be heavier by how much? could be 5 or 6 in weight, I think. So do we have one of those basic males? We have this thing here. So nimble value goes to what? 41%. I don't know if that's worth it at this point, because he has over 150 hit points. Would be better if we found like a famed armor for the chain mail layer. Might never find one, we'll see. So this is slightly better than that. Worse than this one. Okay, let's give it to Nicholas, I guess. For a very slight improvement. So now we have this one. Let's give Raimonda this noble tunic. And also she's using something that can be improved. Okay, that works perfectly. And now we have this sweater, the sweater, for a battle-forged person, or perhaps Borrel. Already using one of those though. Let's give it to Torolf. So Torolf's body armor is now 480. That's quite good. And Battleforged percentage is 58. Very nice, very nice. Okay. Let's see what our selling price here is. It is tolerable, so we might as well sell to make room. Don't want to carry all of this garbage around and haul it to Königsheim for that slightly better price. Okay, guess I'll keep these in the inventory though. Don't care about the goblin camp. Okay, let's see if we can find any barbarians worthy of our time. Doesn't look like it. Okay, Adelinda finds another throwing spear. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Okay, we find an easy camp. We'll leave it be. Okay, so yeah, here's something worth destroying. So an undead lair with 3 champions. It won't be difficult, but we'll get a lot of famed gear. So, okay. We'll keep this maximum speed for these easy fights for now. At least until I get sick and tired of it. For these undead fights especially, it's a blessing. Okay, we might get a famed, or we will get a famed two-handed hammer. We might even use it if it's good. To inspire someone who has already acted, so might as well be Avon. Right. Did our little waiting trick there, so being horrified doesn't matter. Wish I could turn the speed of my brain up as well. So I wouldn't have to consider what to do for so long. Even in a fight like this. Oh yeah, I inspired her. Whatever. The faster you play, the more mistakes you make. But when it's this easy, it is of no consequence. welcome back. Oh, whoops. Alright, one zombie to go. Can we kill it? Yes, we can. Before more rise up. Okay, Portal reaches level 15. That's a perk. And this hammer is actually very good. So has enhanced damage and I think also ignores more armor. So we'll probably use it. First up, let's give Portal a level up though. Okay, so what will help you tank the Black Monolith the most? What will help the most? So we could consider Taunt. But he's already going to be using Indomitable. Taunt is good for the Necrosavants. What else can you get? Could consider Prayer of Faith, which would baffle undead. Maybe. I don't know, Steadfast might help. Maybe. Recuperation might help a little bit. 9 lives might help a little bit. Return favor could help a little bit as well. So we have a couple of decent options, but nothing really stands out that much. We could take Second Wind as well. So when falling below 50% health, gain +10 fatigue recovery and clear status effects. So we won't be getting those status effects, I don't think, in the Black Monolith fight. And the fatigue recovery won't help us that much because we already gain a lot of fatigue and have fatigue cost reduction. So probably not that one. I think it's probably Taunt over the other things. So when another brother is in danger of dying or whatever, or just losing their armor, we could Taunt and possibly even save their lives. So why not? Let's take Taunt. Costs 11 fatigue with mind over body. Alright, so does anyone actually want to use this Malignant Iron Warper? We already gave Avon, our hammer specialist, this exquisite mauler, and we have ruined it as well. However, we could give this exquisite mauler to Adelinde here instead. Perhaps. I think that's what we'll probably do. Since this is a very good weapon, we don't want to not use it. Okay, let's make a switch there. So thanks to the feeding rune, Adelinda will be able to swing it twice in one round. Let's make a little bit of a switch here. Right. Okay, let's repair for a little bit. And also put some more things into the salvage queue. Also, we got a few shields. Didn't even bother to check them. Alright. So it's looking more and more unlikely we'll be able to find the barbarian camp worth destroying. I think I'll leave this undead camp be, though we could definitely find something valuable on Sir Randall here. So there is a case to be made to craft more of those banshee necklaces. We'd need to kill quite a few Winselmatters for that though. Okay, people appreciate food variety. Okay, so looks like we didn't find a good barbarian camp. This is what it is. Let's look for a caravan. Since we'd still like to get a few levels on people. Oh, black market is open during the night as well. Okay. So once again, a huge selection of items. This golden deck is quite good actually. Don't know if anyone will use it though. Kind of happy with our weaponry as it is. So if we bought it, we'd give it to someone who has like one of these flails because they don't have a weapon mastery. They do more damage. But I've already ruined these flails, so I don't know. Probably not. So yeah, golden daggers are a very nice weapon. You can use them as a spear and as a mace. Decent 100 cleaver, don't care about it. Also decent 100 mace. Decent sword. So we could actually buy a sword replacement for Gunhild. Or even Borrel. Since this thing won't do any damage, this boar spear. With that in mind, let's actually give you an arming sword. I mean, we do have the money. So this isn't the best sword I've ever seen, but might as well buy it. Okay. So let's give that to Gunhild. And let's give this honed blood spiller to Borrel. So they can do a little bit more damage if the situation calls for it. Okay. And let's move. Nothing worth buying at Gibelfest. Selling price is fine. sell a few shields, perhaps. Let's keep these two at least. But what about this one? Yeah, let's keep it for now. Okay. Let's actually check what this is. Barbarian King. Okay. How much money? Okay, so this is a lot of money. Let's take it. Barbarian King, 3 skulls. 14,000 crowns. Northwest from us. Right. Oh, northeast, never mind. Yeah, good thing I double checked. So probably around here, maybe. There he is. So I wouldn't say this is an easy fight, but it's definitely not difficult either. So a couple of chosen champions. Many chosen, a few white armored unholds and the Barbarian King and assorted others. Let's fight them in this little green spot here, so we don't have to fight in the tundra. Might as well camp while we wait. Still crafting a rune. We'll go buy more gems soon, because we're running out of them. Don't need to repair. Right. Oh, they're not... They're running away. They're running away. We could maybe lure them into these tribal shacks to get more of an epic fight. Might do that. But let's save the game and we will do this fight next time. Thanks for watching and see you then.